everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Maya. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today's video is pretty casual. As you can see, I'm in my bed just chilling, and I just wanted to have a conversation with you all about an interesting topic, and that is starseeds and twin flames. I have some crystals around me just to guide my energy and ground me as I talk about these topics that are sometimes a bit more hard to explain into verbal language, but I'll try my best. And yeah, because I know I look out for people who are like me, and if you are like me, just know that you're not alone. I'll just share with crystals I have. I have this angel quartz, angel crystal, and clear quartz. So very clearing and very grounding, both of them. So here we go. So I'll start off from the very beginning. If you don't know what a starseed is, let me just say that we're all infinite beings, and we have other lives beyond this one. We have other bodies beyond just the physical, and you are more than what you appear, and you've lived many lives before, and you will continue to never die, because nothing ever dies. It's only transformed into another form of energy that life can, the universe, the one, can better benefit from. So with that being said, starseeds are soul beings, soul expressions that don't originate from this universe, this world, this planet, and the solar system beyond. Usually they come from, I can only speak for myself, I know I come from a higher place that's not this planet or anything like it, and I know I've always known that I'm here to help people and upraise the energy of this collective so that we may live on a heaven on earth, because there's abundance all around us, and it's so possible for everyone to be happy and in their own heaven and not in this lack, you know, fear matrix that we've created. So yeah, I've always told myself that as a kid. I would tell myself, like how I explained it to my little brain, is that everything's a video game, life's a video game, and I come from a higher level. Like once you learn mastered level, you ascend higher, and I come from a little bit of a higher level, maybe level 8 or something, and I come back to like level 3 to help people get on my level. So I've always known this as a kid, meaning I've always looked at the world with incredibly estranged eyes. I didn't understand why anything was the way it was, why people looked at me the way they did, or why people treated me the way they did. I chose this body, a black female form, for a reason, because usually starseeds are born into areas of the world that needs healing. So there's a lot of darkness and healing that needs to be done. So I chose black women, or the black female energy on this planet, which have been heavily oppressed for many, many hundreds of years, on purpose. And I'm here to just kind of re-invoke the strength of that form and just bring it more abundance in a physical realm. So people look at me, they're like, wow, you have this, you have that. How? Because I'm here to show that it is possible for you to be exactly who you are, despite what the outer system says about you. So yeah, black women are like one of the most lower, how we perceived privilege or whatever, but I'm here to say that that is not the truth, that it's the opposite. Black women have a lot of power, and that's why we're on the bottom of the social ladder. Growing up, that obviously has a lot of strife, especially because you don't know what I knew what I was here for, but no one was around me talking the way I talked, walking with the way I walked, which was with pure love and abundance. Everyone around me was just so lack and human, even my own parents. So I would often have nightmares that my mom, the one that I was raised with, took me for my real mom, and I'd have to like choose between them and all this terrible stuff. So I struggle with nightmares most of my life, and I feel like I know why. It's because the sleep is a very sensitive time for light workers and starseeds to receive downloads from their home, I guess. And yeah, and sometimes that can be enlightening, you know, lovely dreams of breaking, like lucid dreaming, or it can be nightmares to lucid dream, because people awaken from extreme emotions that could be extreme happiness or suffering. Usually it's through the suffering. So I suffered a lot when I was a kid. I was very isolated for numerous reasons. I'm an only child. My mother is a single mother. We moved around a lot. And beyond that, I was just kind of a different type of child. And my mom kind of knew that. So she wanted to protect me and guard me. And so she kind of like played a role into the isolation through my own benefit, I see now, because like any monk or any person who has to really reflect and dig deep within for freedom, you realize that you are all you need and you have everything you need inside. So hindsight, I'm very grateful for my experiences, but during the time of going through them, the dark night of the soul or whatever you want to call it, just a very extreme, dark, depressed period for most of my childhood, it's because A, I'm truly not of a human consciousness, and I've known that so strongly, and B, everything around me was kind of not reflecting that. So I really, like most light workers and empaths, star seeds, we kind of take it and internalize it before we learn to transmute the darkness. We kind of just internalized it. So that's why I used to have like self-harm issues and just a lot of depression and anxiety, because I was not transmuting and using my gifts that I was blessed with in this physical realm. Where I think I'm from, or what I feel connected to, is Arcturians, planet Arcturus, and also the Sirians in the Sirius B star system. I relate to Arcturians because they're super wise and they just want to live life from the eyes of infinity. Nothing is good or bad. They're very mathematical, and they have the philosophy of life, like their religion is of math. And I think that's just really interesting. They really like sacred geometry and science, and I'm really interested in those things as well, like free energy, like making this world more accessible to all. Most of the higher beings have this common goal, but they have different themes about them. So I connect with Arcturians because they're quite monk-like, and I've already explained how I've had quite a monk mentality when it comes to spirituality. Just kind of separate off from the mainstream to kind of ground yourself with who you are. Whether if I liked it or not, that was what was done to me, for me. And then I'm connected to Sirius because I believe Black people, along with other life forms on this planet, are connected to Sirius B, like dolphins and whales and cats, and Black people. And that is a reason why we're so dynamic. We can be anything we want to be. We can create anything we want to create, and it's quite natural to us because beings from Sirius B star system, they can endure any type of emotion. They just want to know the truth. They're very psychic and spiritual, and they love to be different, create and sing and dance and just celebrate life to the fullest. And I connect with that, and I think a lot of other Black people do too. And Osiris, a lot of Egyptian gods and goddesses were connected to that Sirius B system. That's where they're getting their information from. Because we're all one, and the purpose of life is to grow and expand and love. So we will never keep someone else down for the benefit of ourselves, because that's not what the one is all about. You want to help other people, and the more you know, the more you want to share and help others grow, so that we may be in a better world, better multiverse. So that was my experience. It was so lonely for so long. I thought there was no one like me, that something is wrong with me. I could not see how I could go on in this world. I look around, see the darkness, see the slavery, see the oppression, see the hatred, see the lack, see the separation, and I just could not deal with that. Now I like to say that I'm much happier, and I've dealt with a lot of these wounds and issues and seen them for the strength that they brought me, and the powers and the gifts that they brought me. I know I'm very psychic, I am very creative, I am very intuitive, I just know how to create love and sustain it. I'm very abundant. And yeah, and that can be lonely, Not really, because I know I have so many people around me. All this good energy is on my side because the world runs on love and light. The true world. So the true world is on my side, and I have all these beings on my side. It's just getting in your own way. I can stand in my own way as a human. As with free will, I stand in my own way, and that is the worst thing that I can do. The worst thing that can happen to me is me. So I've had to learn this many times, and I'll probably keep learning it, and I'm excited to grow and learn. The next thing I want to talk about is twin flames. So if you don't know what a twin flame is, it's usually a starseed, a light worker. What the idea is that they have a twin soul out there who's just like them, usually in the form of a romantic connection, because that's the way we humans love the deepest, is usually through romance. But it doesn't have to be. It could be a family member, a friend, anything, even an enemy. So basically this person is your twin soul, and they're here to sort of trigger you and start you on your path of growth, your journey of discovery, self-discovery, and self-acceptance and self-love. A lot of people, they get caught up in the story of twin flames because it's the idea of someone just being your soul partner forever and ever, and you're actually one, and you're gonna, you know, have this person forever. It's so enticing, and it's what we all want, especially me. The reason why twin flames make so much sense to me is because I've always known I wanted to be married. I've always known, I actually thought I had a twin. I would pray and pray to be a twin, not knowing that I was already born. And you kind of, that kind of like bus has sailed. You can't like be reborn like as a 7-year-old and then have a twin. Like, no, that's not how it works. So, but I would pray to be reborn as a twin. I knew I had a soulmate out there. I felt so lonely, mainly because I missed my friend. I didn't know what any of this meant growing up. And then I found out about twin flames, and I had met the person who I think is my twin flame. I've had moments where I'm like, is this a false twin flame? But really it doesn't matter. It's all about the lessons I'm learning, and I believe I'm learning twin flame lessons. So I know this person is my twin flame. When I met him, I was coming into the light period. I turned my attitude around. I was 19. I was a sophomore in university, and I was just turning my attitude around. I had an eating disorder at the time, and I just decided, no, this is enough. I'm never doing this again. I want to grow. I want to heal. I want to be better for myself. And then a week later, I met, his name was Nathaniel. I met Nathaniel, and I just knew that he was someone so important to me, so special. When I talked to him, it felt like I talked to my friend that I knew forever. And when we met, I felt like I was just with my family. And we connected so quick, and we got on so quick. We started dating like within a few days, and we dated on and off for like 3 years ever since, and we've been through a lot, and it was very tumultuous, to say the least. We've been through a lot, to the point where there's a lot of trauma that was brought up. But the idea of a twin flame is that they show you who you are. They're a mirror to you. So if you're triggered, you're triggering them, and they'll trigger you, and you'll trigger them, and then it goes into this downward spiral, the way that light workers and starseeds can go down, because we're so powerful. You kind of just take it out on each other, but you're so confused because you know that you are one, and you love each other the most. So why are you doing this to each other? And these are the lessons that we ask ourselves and we grow from, because as humans, we hurt the ones we love the most and we're connected to the most. So twin flames hurt each other a lot, and it usually turns into this dynamic of runner and chaser, or it could look like sometimes even narcissist and empath. That's the situation I thought I found myself in. Usually one twin flame runs, and the other one, and the other twin flame chases them, and the more the other person runs, the more the other person chases and runs and chases, and no one is happy and everyone is miserable. So I found myself in that situation for 4 years, still ongoing, because I'm still connected with Nathaniel, my twin flame. So I thought it'd be interesting to actually call him right now and have his side of the story and ask him a few questions about what it means to be a twin flame, because I think it's very important. And if we understand the roles that we have in each other's lives, we can grow. If not, we can suffer, and it's up to us. So let's talk to him. Hello. I'm recording.
Oh man, I won't say anything too bad.
Too bad? Okay. Can I ask you a few questions about our twin flame experience?
Yeah, of course.
So, what is a twin flame to you?
As I understand twin flames, it's two sides of the same coin. You know, it's like one soul, but you know, it's kind of two parts to it that end up separated from the beginning.
Why do you think that happens?
It's not really a question I ever asked myself. Part of me, it might be some trauma inflicted on the soul before coming, like reincarnating into this planet to be like that, you know, possibly hurting the process of as they come into their bodies. Maybe it's you know, maybe it's chosen to kind of deal with certain pains, so they have to learn certain things, so that helps learn things quicker. The learning process. I don't know if it's something that's necessarily chosen or if it's something that's kind of forced upon the soul.
Forced?
Well, when I say forced, it's like, you know, what I first said is like there's something that a trauma that was somehow inflicted upon the soul. You know?
Sure.
Like it's some sort of separation that necessarily wasn't chosen. Not saying that it isn't part of our divine path to learn what we learn from it, but it's something that happened to like the soul when it was planning on coming into this earth in a normal way, and then it gets hurt and somehow separated because of how much pain is usually associated with this. So I wonder, you know, if it's...
That resonates with me. How did we meet? And did you, like, how did you learn about twin flames?
That's two very different questions.
Okay.
I'll start with how we met. You know, we met the good old-fashioned way that people should meet in the 21st century, swiping right on Tinder.
Oh, the tea.
The tea. We just automatically clicked in a way that just was, I don't want to say unnatural, but like, just, it was understood that there was some significant importance to the other person. That made us feel automatically safe and comfortable with each other the moment that we were in our lives. And, you know, I guess that's how we met, but like, how did I end up learning about twin flames? It wasn't until about, was it like 6 or 8 months? It was when we were living together in Nebraska. I think is when we first started talking about it. We were first starting to go through some conflicts. And you were trying to find a language to explain us and try to explain why. To me, it seemed like the perfect time to find the language for that, because it was like, here was this other person that we already have so much invested in, and at the same time, there's a problem. There has to be an explanation for this problem, because neither of us wanted to look at the possibility that it could just be negative or hurtful for each other.
But it just didn't make sense the way it was. It was nothing I had. It's like nothing I had ever experienced. So that's why I was just like, whoa, this is something interesting.
We gotta find something to help it or
yeah, like communicate about this. You kind of said before, I don't know if we're twin flames or if we're just trauma bonded. Like, why do you say that, and what is the difference between those two things?
The difference is really hard to define, because I feel like the negative sides of twin flames is almost identical to what one would consider trauma bonding. So I feel like it has to be just intuitive feeling that there's something beyond that, and I think it takes a lot of working through oneself to understand, a really careful examination of oneself to know if it is that or not.
Coming from like a true place, or like a lack human place, or like a divine place?
Coming from a true place, coming from a place that is outside of the trauma or negativity.
Are we trauma bonded or twin flames?
Part of me, and bear with me as I work through this in my head.
Sure.
I think trauma that is exactly how I describe the worst parts of our relationship. But I can't deny that there was something sacred that connected us and that meant for us to be together. Like, I felt like there's something bigger, that there was divine intention in us meeting, you know? And so I don't know if that necessarily means twin flames more so than, I don't know, I mean, soulmate, or maybe someone that just, like, we have such similar wounds and such similar pains. I think that we were able to break down a barrier and honestly just show our true selves to each other so quickly, because when we expressed our pain to each other, we were able to be like, yes, I understand you, yes, I understand you.
The whole idea of twin flames is that you will be together, eventually you'll come into union, but not all twin flames are romantic, and that is something I've come to terms with. I'm just kind of grateful just to have you as a friend in my life. How do you feel about it? Do you know what I mean?
I think that show says, because I feel like I really have worked through the traumas that I've experienced with you to a point where it's like I'm making the conscious decision while being aware of the the history to, like, I want to make this decision, and I feel like that comes from some space of, like, I do still feel a kinship to you beyond our relationship, beyond the pain, beyond, like, you know, there's something sacred that I respect in you and I see in you. And so I definitely wish for, no, I don't want to say wish, I feel like I'm actively working towards a future where we are both healthy enough to kind of, to be able to have a relationship, not necessarily romantic, but some capacity where it's like, you know,
yeah,
we can still grow and learn and be around each other and, like, get what it is we need to get from each other.
Yeah.
My own thing that keeps me from being like, yes, you know, our future, we're gonna be together.
That's a lot.
I'm not around you every day, so I don't know what the personal work is you're putting into.
Oh, you know. Can't you feel it? Like, that's the whole point. Once again, twin flame, you're connected. Time and space mean nothing. We're the same.
Yeah, I can feel it, and I feel that you have a long ways to go.
Thank you. I'm excited. Love it. Thanks. I mean, you're right. We all have long ways to go. I'm not going to deny it. I'm not going to be Leo and egotistical. I'm going to be humble and say, okay.
And I'm not saying that as a knock on you. I'm just like, you have a lot of things to work through in your life. I have a lot of things to work through in our life. And I just think, like, we really need to clear a lot of those wounds because those wounds are so
strong in us. And twin flames, you just kind of bring it up. You don't have a choice.
Yeah, so I feel like we have to completely work through our hurt child, or our inner child, our trauma, so that we can really give each other something, you know, a connection that's beyond that. But I just feel like it's gonna take a long, you know, life of working through those. And I feel like I'm now starting the process of, like, healing work to kind of make that progress. And I definitely know that you're a person that's always interested in that healing work. I just think, you know, you just have a long ways to go. Like, I have a long ways to go. And
that's
I
fair.
think that once we get through those things, and I don't think, you know, I don't think we're in a space right now to say that we did it, you know?
Sure, that's okay. I'm alright with that. Who are you? What do you do? Like, what's your deal?
I definitely associate with, you know, Starseed, same, another word, like indigo child, like the kind of phrase of, like, a soul put here to help with the condescension of human, you know, like, I feel as I'm coming more into myself, I am actively helping people, even just on, like, a daily basis, to grow and help find themselves when they're real. And I feel like, you know, everyone's always talking about the revolution is going to be in, like, a spiritual front, and I think one of the greatest things we can do is just, like, help uplift the consciousness, especially of people of color in this moment, to, like, help each other grow through these wounds so we can actually fight something and replace it with not necessarily the one that we see. And so I see my role and who I am here is just a person who meets people, has really direct connections, and helps people learn a bit about themselves as they help me learn a bit about myself. And just, you know.
How do you get through tough periods? You're all alone, like how do you deal with it?
Honesty with myself that then reflects in honesty with how I interact with the world around me. And I think it's just a matter of intent, you know. I think having the intent that I want to build this person up with the absolute most love and joy for themselves. I want them to see my truth of how I see them. I want them to see their, you know, how great a person they are. Just having that intent going into any kind of conversation with another person I truly care about, and giving them as much energy of love and healing as I can, giving them the, you know, doing the intention, having the intent that I want them to be their best selves as I see my best self. I think this changes the vocabulary of the conversation. I think it just changes how the body language, I think it just changes the space I take up with another person or the way I move in the world. So I guess this all comes down to like an issue of intent. I feel just in doing this work, it's been the last 12 months that this has been intense. And it's not even work, it's just like a way of living with intent. You know, I still have lows, but I'm having higher highs, and like it's almost like going up, you know, like even though I still have terrible lows, it's like I'm able to be aware of what they are and not always transmute them into something positive, but able to look at them without letting it destroy my world, and not to act out and not let it return me to who I was once before. You know?
Was that really you?
I don't think it was. You know, it's all the learned conditions I have. It's all the hurt child. It's all this like negative space that, you know, I already worked through. So like when I'm feeling that low, I shouldn't return back to that space. But I will like recognize there's certain people in my life, like, you know, my mother is a really good example, my adopted mother, where I can be in that low place, in that trauma, and I still act like my original hurt child. I still act like I didn't go through all this work because they are partially the one who inflicted a lot of that trauma. So like, it takes a lot more work to kind of go through that level of unconditioning. You know, but even being aware of that, then I know ways I can navigate the world where then I don't end up just exploding and upon myself and hurting and causing damage.
That's not what we're here for. Well, I thank you for helping, and I'm glad to talk to you. Thanks for talking.
To hear when you're doing something creative and building something and sharing this information, so I'm glad you're doing the work of a Starseed Indigo child.
Yay! Tell Nebraska said bye or hi. Bye. I hope that discussion brought you a bit more insight into what it means to be a twin flame. Every twin flame couple is different, and you know it when you're in a twin flame relationship. My twin flame who I was just speaking with, in the past, I took on the chaser dynamic and they took on the runner dynamic. But I truly feel that we are beyond that now, and we're friends and we're there for each other because we understand each other. Everything will come in due time, and everything happens for a reason. So if you are a twin flame, if you are a Starseed Indigo child, lightworker, you're not alone. And I thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you could learn something, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.